Rising, and welcome to another broadcast of In the Circle Ministry, our YouTube ministry channel here, where we take things and put them up under the microscope, where things can be seen and examined up under the microscope. We can see them for truth. We can see them for what they are. We take our plural eyes and make them singular, so as our bodies stay full of light, and let that one eye, we let that one light be the light that we use to be the light that lamps our pathway. Today we're bringing up under the microscope a real quick, as I said before, trying to get on every morning, give me a real quick message of inspiration or something to help you and aid you and assist you in your walk. Coming from Luke 14, not going to read it in its entirety, but down here at 26 to 31, Jesus goes on to tell anybody, if any man's come to me and hate not his father and mother and wife and children and brethren and sister, yea, and his own life also, he cannot be my disciple. And whosoever does not bear his cross and come after me cannot be my disciple. For which of you, intending to build a tower, sitteth not down first and counteth the cost, whether he have sufficient to finish it? Least happily, after he hath laid the foundation and is not able to finish it, all that behold it began to mock him, saying, this man began to build and was not able to finish. Or what king goeth to make war against another king, sitteth not down first, and consulteth whether he be able with 10,000 to meet him that cometh against him with 20,000? Or else, while the other is yet a great way off, he sendeth an ambassador and desireth conditions of peace. So likewise, whosoever he be of you that forsaketh not all that he hath, he cannot be my disciple. I'm going to come back. I'm finishing in a little bit, but this is more so the inspiration will be bringing from 33. Salt is good, but if the salt have lost its savor, wherewith shall it be seasoned? It is neither fit for the land nor yet for the dunghill, but man cast it out. He that hath ears to hear, let him hear. Right there at 33. So likewise, whosoever he be of you that forsaketh not all that he hath, he cannot be my disciple. He's talking about here for me in my life, and the experience that I had was, he was saying that if I couldn't step away from everything that I've been taught, if I couldn't question everything I was brought up in, if I couldn't compare those things with the things of God, you hear me speak on here a lot, saying you're going to compare your thoughts, you're going to go through the experience, you're going to put things to the test, you're going to try things out, try these thoughts out, you're going to go back to the place of origin of these thoughts and see if they came from God or if they came from something that's been conditioned or put inside of your conscience since you was younger. Not that came with your conscience, but that was added into your consciousness as you became more conscious of other things, mostly by your parents, your upbringing, the stuff. Kids take on information by their own self. They're always learning by what they see and what they hear, what they smell and what they touch, and how they interact. This is how a kid is always learning. Even when you're not teaching them, they're always learning. So all those things were picked up. A lot of times we've picked up a whole lot of things, and when it comes to entering into the Christ consciousness, or to be able to enter into the Christ consciousness and be a disciple, as he would say, or one that now has a consciousness of God, and his whole life and his whole body now has became a follower of that thought process, a follower of that consciousness, one that lives out their life. I live out my life through my God consciousness, through my Christ consciousness, which is God. So in this God consciousness do I live out my life, and through that do I learn. Am I always going to be taught? Am I always going to be a disciple and a studier? Am I always going to grow more and more and more? Is the knowledge always going to grow and more and more and more? And to that I am, that is infinite and abundant. This is the consciousness that I really am, and the consciousness that you really are. So to be a disciple of that is what I understand the text to be, and what it says here. So there's a lot of things we have to And here I'm using the King James version that says hate. Went and tried to do the research on it. Don't have the original. I don't have enough information on the original language that the word was put in. But before they try to go back to the Greek word to say hate, and we know hate being the opposite of love. So we have to be able to disassociate ourselves from our family thoughts, our mother thoughts, our father thoughts, our wife's thoughts, even our own damn thoughts, in order to attain God's consciousness, in order this Christ-like consciousness, to attain it and to have it, and for it to rest, rule, and abide with all our members, and to stay here with us, or to operate with us. we have to desire these things more. We have to actually see it for what it is. And so be able to step out of our indoctrination, be able to step outside of everything we've been taught. And we have to disassociate ourselves from that and be able to go off to meditate and go off and spend time with yourself in order to learn thyself and to know thyself and get to know the God within thyself. You have to go off and meditate and spend time with yourself. And in that place is where you have to forsake all other things. And if you can't do that, then you won't be able to be the disciple of the consciousness of God. You won't be able to enter into that place. You won't be able to attain the learning and the knowledge that comes with it. Christ is just saying this is just the natural laws that come with it, because this consciousness and this thought isn't your consciousness in a sense, and it's not your thought in a sense. It is what and who you are. We're made in God likeness and image. We're made in the consciousness of God, in the Elohims with the S. We're made in the consciousness of God's, out of the consciousness of all the gods that created mankind. But anyway, the topic and what I want us to focus on and put up under the microscope today, and to encourage you with, all that being said, to say this is that you have to lose in order to gain. You got to, in order for you to attain, you got to gain. Something must die in order for something to live. Christ said it, and in the next video or so, we'll be talking about, in order to gain life, you must lose life. in order to be a winner, you must be a loser. In order, for these things to be attained, there's going to be some things that have to be turned loose. You can't receive anything with a clenched fist. So, a lot of the stuff that we have, and a lot of stuff we're going through, and a lot of stuff that we're having issues with and problems with, is because we're trying to grow more and more with clenched hands. You can't climb a ladder with clenched hands. You already got a ladder rung in your hand. You got to release your hand. You got to open your hand in order to grab the next rung up, or to grab the next ladder up, or to go to climb higher and higher. So I want you to be encouraged. I want you to know that some of the stuff that you're dealing with, go back into your meditation and release some things, and dump out some things, and turn some things loose in order for you to receive. We'd like to thank you for coming and listening to us today on In the Circle Ministries. May love, peace, and prosperity and extreme wealth follow you, accompany you all the days of your life on this side, so as you can have the inheritance for the next generation. Love you, and go be great.